Hiya, my name's Louisa and I'm a vegan. I've been vegetarian since I was very young, probably from when I was a child, very young child. I stopped eating meat for following a school project, and I've been vegan as an adult for most of my adult life. My children are, my daughter is 12 and she's vegan, my son is 21, he's vegetarian. My parents are both vegan and my grandma is vegetarian, she's 94. So it's a family thing. But I really just wanted to tell people, I suppose, the interest in it, and then a lot of the first question you get asked is, so what do you eat? And honestly, you probably eat loads of vegan food all the time. Your cupboards probably have loads of vegan food in them already. So I'm just going to do a very short video today just on, I suppose, what we've eaten today, so you can see that it's not really that complicated. As long as you're eating a varied diet, you can do it really cheaply and I suppose maybe easily. I think we eat quite well, we probably just eat too much. We really like food, and one nice thing about being in lockdown, I'm quite lucky that I'm able to work from home, and I suppose positive of that is that I have more time to cook, which I am doing. I'm not doing any housework, so please excuse the state of the house, as you see on this little video. Okay, so this morning for breakfast, and this would be a fairly typical day. We've stayed in a routine because I'm starting work at 9. My daughter's in 6th class and she has to get up with a little bit of persuasion and do some schoolwork. So this morning we had a smoothie and we had porridge. Now we have porridge every morning for breakfast. Smoothie, not always, it just depends how on the ball I'm feeling, I suppose. So the porridge anyway is really quite simple. So we just buy bog standard porridge, because this one's from Tesco's, but it could come from Aldi or Lidl or SuperValu. I never buy expensive brands because we are on a budget. I'm a single mum, so this 66 cents for a kilo. I would usually cook about 50 grams for both of us. I throw in maybe 20 to 30 grams of sultanas or raisins as I'm cooking it, and I always use oat milk because I like oat milk in porridge, so we've got a double helping of oats. So there you go. I don't measure the milk, I just pour it on. I just put it on a low gas, just have a very standard basic gas cooker, put it on the hob and then just leave it to cook. Then on top of the porridge we would put, excuse my very bad video skills, milled flax seeds, because they're really good for you. So you put like a tablespoon of those, so maybe a dessert spoon of those on. I usually put some cinnamon on, don't add any sugar, and that's not even a anti-sugar thing, it's just don't think you need it because oats are actually quite sweet themselves, and especially with the raisins. The smoothie this morning was a handful of frozen raspberries, a banana, and it's actually coconut rice milk that I picked up reduced because it's on a short date. I think it was 78 cents or something from Holland & Barrett online because I'm not going shopping. So what else? Lunchtime today, we've been making bread because I'm not going shopping. So I started making bread when I first became a mum because it was easier to make bread than to go to the shops and buy it and get us out of the house. So I started making yeast bread. Yeast is impossible to get hold of at the moment, so I started making soda bread. So I was making one sort of 500 gram loaf a day, but I've started making them into 2 loaves instead of 1 loaf because we were just eating the whole thing. So as you can see, I made 2 of these this morning, there's 1 left. So that's portion control. It's really easy to make and I'll be taking you through that. It takes about 40 minutes in total and it's very simple, really easy to make, and I'll do 1 video and you'll all be well able to do it. It slices really well pretty much straight from the oven, even better if you let it cool down a bit, if you can resist. So with the bread today I made soup, and we have this most days. We're so boring, we just eat the same things all the time, but it's quite healthy. Today we had sweet potato and lentil soup, which was 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, a stock cube, and probably about 150 grams of lentils, 1 sweet potato. And because I was quite busy in work today, I just threw the whole lot in a saucepan, put it on a really low heat, and just left it cooking for a while, and that's fine. Didn't fry anything off or anything, just let it boil, and then whizzed it with the hand blender. That's fine. We have on our bread, we always have a selection of nut butters. We've got peanut butter here, we do have almond butter somewhere, and try to buy them without added palm oil or salt or any other oil. And Flora is vegan, so it's really handy to have. What else? So tonight for dinner, we are going to have tofu. I only have frozen vegetables at the moment, so we need to get some shopping in. But we're going to have tofu. This is Taifen tofu. I really like this. It's like a really nice firm tofu. I'm going to toss that in corn flour and salt and pepper, and just like fry it a little bit, or maybe bake it in the oven. We'll have that with rice, and I'll just have some like onions, garlic, and we've got spinach and broccoli in the oven. Basically, when you're putting together a vegan dinner, if you think of your plate, and on your plate, a quarter of your plate is going to be your carb, and ideally you want a whole grain carb, so you might have brown rice, or it could be your potatoes or pasta. You want about a quarter of your plate is going to be your kind of protein, so that might be your beans or lentils or tofu, and then half your plate you want is like green leafy vegetables, and that's your that's a really good meal. Okay, so anyway, that's probably longer than I thought it was going to be, but that's hello from me again. My name is Louisa, and I will be doing some short videos about vegan cooking, putting some meals together. Okay, nice to meet you. Bye.